and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Yes, it's me again with a small announcement about the play. Now, last week we started with 11 bold and true actors, and we had a lovely week. And then since the weekend, some of them, unfortunately, have become ill. They're going to be fine, but they're not able to join us. So we've been doing a little bit of recasting and standing in, and one of these people who's standing in tonight is standing in for the first time with a script in his hand, and you may recognise him. But I would just like to say, you can be assured that Bob and Doris are still not afraid.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am a theatrical device. That means I'm real and not real. Ooh. I'm the person who asks you to please switch off your mobile phones. And that includes you, young man. Real. And the character in the play. Not real. You are real. Oh, yes, you are, ladies and gentlemen. You do it so well. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, real. Sitting here on a miserable/lovely spring evening in Havant, listening to me talk. But what you're hearing, well, assuming you're listening, are not my words. They existed long before you bought your tickets. So, I'm just an actor pretending to be a theatrical device. In real life, I'm just me with a husband/wife. Girlfriend/boyfriend/nobody at all. At home with a couple of cats/dogs. But this me here didn't exist until these words were written. The writer just made all this up and put in those slash things, you know. Husband/wife. Cats/dogs. Because it's best to cover future eventualities. Future West End runs, that sort of thing. Well, you never know what the future might hold. Which is a bit what this play is about. So, as an invented theatrical device, I'm asking you to use your imaginations. Shakespeare did this sort of thing when he wanted to conjure other worlds and there wasn't any scenery. Oh, for a muse of fire! And imagine that this crowd of people emerging behind me now, they have, haven't they? Is the sea. The sea. See. For now. There'll also be other bits of scenery as required. They're very good at windows and doors, things like that. Oh, and the sound effects. Okay, good, but quieter. You live by the sea here in Havant, don't you? Ever wondered what would happen if all those gloomy predictions about global warming and rising sea levels were true, and most of Hailing Island disappeared, and the farmlands along the shore there became useless because of too much salt in the ground, and there were riots protesting yet another council tax rise to pay for the washed-out bridge yet again, and Emsworth is a wreck! Oof. Who'd live there now everyone's moved to Lee Park Island? No, of course you haven't thought about it. Scientists, what do they know? Just trying to scare us to get their research grants renewed. And anyway, it's not exactly as if it's going to happen tomorrow, is it?
No.
On the other hand, meanwhile, let me introduce you to Bob and Doris Mann. A nice, ordinary couple living in a nice terrace cottage right on the seafront. Oh, lucky them. Here they are, doing what they do best.
Says it's going to rain tomorrow.
Oh dear, what a shame.
Not particularly cold, though, for the time of year.
Oh, that's good then.
I told you they were good at doors.
I wonder what that could be. I'll go and see, shall I? It's for you, Doris.
For me? Oh, I wonder what it can be.
Best take a look.
Mm. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
What is it?
I'm speechless.
Yes, but what is it?
Oh my.
Are you going to tell me what this is about, or just sit there oh-mying all afternoon?
Oh my.
Doris!
Incredible. Just incredible. Apparently, it says here, a Miss Alice Cumberland. Never heard of an Alice Cumberland. But apparently she's some sort of cousin of mine. Distant, apparently. Well, this Alice Cumberland died recently.
Oh.
But would you credit it? She has included me in her will.
Oh. What does that mean, exactly?
Having no issue.
Oh.
Oh, that's what it says. Issue. Does that mean children? Oh, anyway, having no issue of her own, she has divided her estate among all the family members she can trace.
How much?
I've never heard of an Alice Cumberland. Must be on my mother's side. They always were a bit close about what was what.
Can't be more than a few hundred.
Well, it's a bit more than that. Yes.
How much more? Saints alive, get off. That much?
I counted the zeros and everything, to be sure.
I'm speechless.
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
Of course, it will take a while for it to come through, what with all the legal stuff and that.
So it'll all go in fees and taxes then?
No. Apparently, this is the estimate for what it will be after all of that. It says so.
Let's look at that again.
Now we can move, get a bigger place with a bit of land. Like we said, on higher ground, maybe.
Did we? I don't remember that.
We could have a vegetable patch, keep chickens in the country.
What do we want the country for? We've got the sea right outside our front door.
Right inside as well. More often from what I've heard.
We would be crazy to move. Lovely sea views like we've got. I mean, how many people could say that?
Yes, but you can't eat the sea.
I like it here.
Another storm like the last one and premiums will go through the roof.
Oh, that was a one-off.
But it wasn't, was it? What about the one 2 years ago?
Well, storms happen by the sea. You've got to accept that.
Oh, but there's storms and there's storms. What if it's right what they're saying about it getting warmer, more hurricanes and floods and stuff? We'll be in for it then where we are.
I'm not sure about all that.
You're not?
Well, you know what the press are like. They love to exaggerate, whip stuff up to frighten people.
Is that it, do you think?
Maybe not worth worrying about anyway. Nothing to be afraid of.
But what if they are right? Aren't scientists supposed to know what they're talking about?
Warming after the winter we've just had. In any event, we're not moving away because of that. This is our home.
I suppose you're right.
Smart guys, Bob. The climate people say there's global warming. So-called experts. We're sick of experts, aren't we? Or those ocean studying people. The oceanographers. Or the glaciologists. Or forestologists. Farmologists. Biologists. Conservologists. Oh, experts. All banging on about global warming. And there's others say it's all a hoax. Anyway, Bob and Doris have got more immediate things to think about. Haven't we all?
Who'd have thought it? Me inherit money. People like us don't inherit things. What do you think your mates from the post office will say?
Nothing, because I won't be telling them. We will mind our own business.
Me inherit money. Oh my. Still, I suppose it will be good for our future.
We'll need a plan.
That's it. We need to think about the future. Prepare for our twilight years. You inherited this house, I suppose, when your mum died.
I was born here.
Does that make a difference?
Well, it's not like inheriting money.
Oh, isn't it? Well, maybe that's the best thing to do then. To put it towards our future.
Oh, bless. Such a sensible couple. Now, do excuse me as I change character. My jacket, please. Jacket! Jacket! Mr. and Mrs. Mann! How absolutely lovely to meet you, and how thoughtful of you to invite me into your lovely home.
But actually we...
And may I say, oh, what a lovely home it is. Those views, quite priceless. And what you've done with it is nothing short of miraculous. Oh, do I detect the hand of Mrs. Mann? What's her name? Doris. Oh, may I call you Doris?
Well,
And may I say, what a nice name that is. It speaks of solid, old-fashioned values. Not like these come-and-go modern names. No, not like these moonshines and Brooklyns. Don't you agree, Mrs. Mann? Doris?
Well, if you...
And that's why I'm here. Those solid, old-fashioned values. Like this beautiful home, created and nurtured with such loving care. These things matter. They should be protected. Don't you agree, Mr. Mann?
Well, of course,
These
but...
things are indeed priceless. No price is too high to protect what you have here.
we were just actually wondering who...
How discourteous of me. Oh, what must you think of me? Oh, I have completely failed to introduce myself. No, you had the company details there, of course, but my good self, oh, how remiss, I do apologise. My name is Mueller, Mueller Brand. Some call me Brand New, but do please call me Mueller. Do please forgive my appalling lapse. Oh, don't tell head office, will you? Am I forgiven? Good. Right, to business then. Bob?
Well, it can't hurt to hear what she's got to say. Now that she's here, we don't have to go along with it.
I suppose not. Shall I make some tea then?
Let's hear what she's got to say first.
So, protection. I mentioned protection. Of course, I'm not talking mafia-style protection here. No, of course not. Maybe preservation would be a better word. Safety, security. The bottom line is what you have here is too precious to put at risk.
Risk of what?
I'll come to that. People such as yourselves deserve the best. The future needs people like you.
Like us? How?
Hardworking, thrifty, sensible. You used to work for the post office, I believe, Bob.
How did you know
Well, yes, I did. And Mrs. Mann was a florist. Still is, in many ways. You should see what she could do with a few simple flowers.
Oh, her exquisite taste is evident in this very room. As I say, a hard-working couple, thrifty, sensible, and no doubt hoping to enjoy a long and happy retirement.
Well, yes, but the way things
And
are...
sensible people such as yourselves know the importance of planning ahead, of being careful about the future. And with your recent good fortune, well-deserved good fortune, I might add, you are now in a position to be able to do something about it and guarantee that continuing happiness. Let me explain.
please?
As you know, we live in uncertain times. There are a number of, shall we say, challenges that may impact on those happy retirement plans. Flooding, for example.
Oh, we lost the carpets last year.
Well, there you are. Now, of course, no one wants to be alarmist. What would be the point of that? I mean, you are, I'm sure, far too sensible to pay attention to all the hysterical stuff that appears in the press. But still, it pays to be cautious. Flooding, as we've already mentioned. Terrorism. Some say global warming. All uncertain, of course.
I don't think there are too many terrorists in South East Hampshire.
They probably thought that in Salisbury too.
Oh.
But that uncertainty is exactly my point. No need for alarm, but still wise to be prepared, don't you agree?
Well, of course.
And
but-
that's where I and my company come in. Future assured. Ding! We can help to be prepared.
You're selling insurance! We've got insurance.
Of a very special kind. Let me paint you a picture, if I may. We mentioned flooding. You already have experience of that.
So replace the carpets, the insurance.
Who knows? Next time.
You think there'll be a next time?
Uncertainty, that's what I'm saying. There may be a next time, there may not. How can we be sure? But you can stop worrying. Oh, that's what I'm offering you. Freedom from worry, from uncertainty. That picture I mentioned. The Met Office issue a severe weather warning. A very severe weather warning. High winds, torrential rain, heading right here, straight for this part of the south coast, and bang! It hits! What can you do? You haul your precious belongings upstairs, hide in the attic maybe. Maybe retreat to a hotel somewhere, but that's what everyone else is trying to do, so would you find room? Do you have children?
Yes, two. They're abroad. New Zealand.
Canada.
Oh, so no one on hand to help out. And there's all that mess to clear up afterwards. Oh, you contact your insurers and you wait. And wait.
They were quite prompt last time.
Good for them. Well, I don't know where you stand on this global warming idea, sea levels rising and all that, but just supposing, given your position here, Lovely though that vista is, it could be seen as something of a threat.
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
it?
what I was saying.
There you are, Mrs. M. I knew you'd understand. But with future assured, you don't have to worry. We have the answer, the magic bullet. Let's change the picture. Back to that Met Office warning. We're monitoring it 24/7, and as soon as we hear it, our people swing into action. Not quite prompt, Mr. Man. Immediately, instantly, always up front, no question, on the spot, with sandbags, removals, whatever it takes to secure your property. Oh, and the most precious thing of all, your good selves.
Us?
No room at the inn? Never fear. We will whisk you away to 5-star pre-booked accommodation for as long as the crisis lasts. Whisk? Limousine. Or, if safe access is an issue, helicopter. Yes, helicopter.
Oh, my!
Would you look at that?
Now, does your current insurer offer any of that? No, thought not. And that's not all. As I say, you will be sitting comfortably. The accommodation is luxurious. Sauna, spa, golf. And meanwhile, our people will be busy putting your property back to rights. Whatever it takes, fully repairs, replacement, cleaning, so you can return to find your beautiful home just as you left it. Maybe even better. Now, how does that sound?
Amazing.
Expensive.
Well, that's very perceptive of you, Doris. Of course, the very best never comes cheap. But who would want it to? But fortune has smiled upon you, and you deserve the best, nothing but the best. Of course, our package is not for everybody, because not everybody understands the importance of caring for what we have and being careful of the future as you so evidently do. We're not ashamed of the word. Our deal is exclusive. Well, I know you don't want to rush into a decision. You will want to look at our brochures first, taking time to study them as much as you need. Just a taste of the kind of accommodation we're offering. Oh, look, this is one of my favourites. A terrace suite, wet room, 75-inch smart TV. Oh, and we even provide guards to keep the looters away. Did I mention that? So, there you have it. Take your time now. I appreciate that this is an important decision and not one to be taken lightly. Perhaps if you would just sign here.
Nothing but the best, Doris. Nothing but the best.
Say cheese!
Cheese! Blow winds and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow you cataracts and hurricanes. Spout till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. That's Shakespeare, that is. You see, they had crazy weather back then as well. Hurricanes and cataracts, drowned cocks. Nasty. Anyway, I shall now call upon the muse to inspire you to picture a spacious and luxurious country hotel to which our heroes have been whisked, and its spacious and luxurious lounge, 5 stars, and all the trimmings, top of the range. Our heroes, slightly bemused, are in the presence of Angela and Rupert, landers, fellow clients, wealthy, and currently somewhat annoyed.
This is nice.
Oh, say. Oh, are you,
Rupert, didn't the lady from FA say that this room is reserved for FA clients?
We're FA clients, Doris and me.
Really?
Yes, and you are too. Isn't that nice? I must say they really came up trumps, didn't they? Just like they said they would, Doris.
Oh, yes. Amazing, really.
An actual helicopter. Who'd have thought it?
Frightfully uncomfortable things, helicopters. We ordered the Jag this time.
Oh, that would be nice too.
I thought they said exclusive.
I'm Bob, by the way, and this is Doris. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure. I'm Angela. This is Rupert.
Storm! That's what brought us here. Another really big storm. It was on the news. Waves up to here, heading straight for our front door, and rain. You've never seen such rain. Did you have it on the news round where you are?
No, bit rough, was it?
Oh, I'll say rough wasn't the word, but to see it on the telly. You should see the size of the telly we've got here. Have you got a big one? But it is nice to know, isn't it, that Future Assured are looking after everything while we're away, so we don't have to worry.
Yes, very nice.
Oh. Thank you. So what happened to you?
What do you mean, what happened to me?
To bring you here, something must have happened if you're here.
Ah, subsidence.
Pardon?
A crack? Threatened to bring the whole house down.
Oh, I say.
It's all the fault of this drought. Been going on 2 years now, just shy, and we're on clay, so that's the result. Subsidence. And a crack up the facade you could put your fist into.
And we're grade 2 listed, you know. It's not just ourselves we have to think about. We have a responsibility to our heritage.
When we bought the house, we took on its history.
Lovely little manor house. Georgian. Lovely views across the ha-ha to the lake. On a good day, you can see 4 counties.
Oh, goodness. So, did you inherit it?
Oh, well, Dad.
No, I didn't inherit it. I bought it. I worked for my money.
Corporate lawyer. Daddy.
That's what people don't understand. You see, it's not just a matter of flashing the cash, it's about taking responsibility. Putting something back. How else are we going to protect the countryside, preserve our heritage? People like me, that's how. All this sniping about people with money, it makes me sick. I do my bit. More than most. And how I choose to spend the rest of my money is my affair. I've earned it. I'll spend it any way I choose.
Quite right.
Doris would like to move to the country, wouldn't you, Doris?
Well, not now we've...
The country? You mean...
Keep a few chickens, grow some veg. That's what she'd like.
Well, our garden is very small, you see.
But we like it there, don't we, Doris? We've got lovely views too. We've got sea views. We're right by the sea.
Right in it, sounds like.
I'm sure it's very nice.
Well, maybe not at the moment, though.
Now, don't you fret, Doris. FA will see us right.
They'd better.
a drought and us having all that rain.
This is a very nice room, isn't it? Very nice, very grand.
This fireplace is an Adams, isn't it, Rupert? It's like ours, only smaller. And this room faces north. Our drawing room faces west.
Old buildings, Georgian mostly, not a bad example. I prefer the higher ceilings like ours. Our mouldings are particularly fine.
We've had experts.
Your crack must be a worry then.
Quite.
But we've all spent good money not to worry, haven't we?
I never worry.
Oh, you're so lucky. I wish
I'd like to intrude on the afternoon, but on behalf of the management and future assured, I would just like to welcome you to our little retreat. We trust that everything is to your satisfaction, that you have everything you need. If there's anything at all, we can do to make your stay with us more comfortable, please do not hesitate to ask.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Anyway, we'll leave you to repose and assure you once more that we are entirely at your disposal.
What a nice young person.
very polite.
Corporate charm. They turn it on like a tap.
Oh, well, I thought that she was really...
They learn it at technical college. Well, I for one fancy a few holes of golf before dinner, Rupert.
Good idea, I'm with you. I don't suppose you two,
Golf? No, not really.
No, well, no doubt we'll see you at dinner.
I look forward to that. See you then. Enjoy your game. Well, they seem very nice. Perhaps not what we're used to, but very nice.
Very.
It's all very grand, this, isn't it? But we have paid for it, and we are entitled to it every bit as much as them, Rupert and Angela with their mansion.
It's not quite us, though, is it? And our place will seem pokey after all this. Do you suppose it's all right? It looked dreadful on the telly. Waves right up over the houses in some places.
I'm sure that FA will be on the case, putting everything to rights. And it's not as if we aren't enjoying ourselves here.
Be nice to be home again, though.
A miraculous time jump will now take us back to Bob and Doris's house, now miraculously restored. The rest of the neighbourhood is a wreck, however. Shame. They should have gone to FA. And of course, this terrible storm was absolutely nothing to do with global warming. It says so in the Daily Mail. So, yaboo to ecologists, meteorologists, botanists and ornithologists and all those other ologists.
It's good to be home, isn't it, Doris? Everything's so spick and span. You'd think nothing had happened, hardly. And some things even better, perhaps. I know it's understandable that they couldn't quite match everything. But it's funny, you know, I know that wallpaper was different, but I can't quite remember what was there before. It's funny how memory plays tricks on you like that. What was there before?
It was flowers before.
Flowers, of course, and now it's rabbits. Funny little things.
I can't help worrying about Muffin. They haven't said anything about Muffin.
I'm sure they will have put her somewhere safe. I'll bet She's had a real 5-star experience, same as us. Nothing but salmon steaks.
I'm sure I put her in her box, like they said. I made sure she was before we left.
Well, there you go. They'll have taken her somewhere safe, somewhere special. Don't you fret, Doris.
But they should have said.
But apart from that, you can't fault them. They've done a terrific job, and what a place to send us to. That was something else, wasn't it? Oh, yes. I wonder who that could be. I'm going to see, shall I? Oh, it's Miss...
New love.
that's the
And
one.
hello again, Bob and Doris. It's a pleasure as always. Now, don't be alarmed. This is just a courtesy call. We at FA like to make sure that all our clients are happy with the FA service. And of course, we believe in a personal touch. No subcontinental call centres and recorded messages with us. No, person to person always. So here I am.
Well, that's very good of you, isn't it, Doris?
Very. Would you like a cup of tea? Oh, that's very good of you, but I wouldn't dream of taking up your valuable time. It's no bother. No, really, but so like you to offer. No, I'm just here to check that everything is all right with the service. I know it must have been difficult for you and distressing, but I do hope our service smoothed the path.
Everything's terrific. Hard to credit. It's as if nothing happened.
I'm sure we'll get used to the rabbits.
Oh, so everything is restored to your satisfaction?
Absolutely terrific. When we saw the photos.
When will Muffin be coming home? Muffin?
The cat. Doris has been worried about her. She's very fond of her.
Yes, the cat. Has something happened to her? Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. I can assure that our operatives did their utmost, but you have to understand a frightened cat can be difficult to catch. But she was in her box. And you have to understand there was so much water and time was running out. Oh, did you mean she drowned? I'm afraid so. Everything was done to rescue her, but you know, you've got to see it. Rising flood waters, a panicky cat, prioritise. I can only offer my most sincere condolences. And of course, we will do everything in our power to make amends. We're not the sort of people who would just walk away from a client's difficulties, no. We will, of course, fully compensate you, both for any burial expenses. Bury? What? No, that's right. There isn't anything. They couldn't find the... But all expenses involved in a successful replacement. We will meet in full.
Well, that's nice, dear. A new kitty. I know you were fond of Muffin, but she was getting on a bit. And you always said you'd like another cat.
I was thinking more of a second cat. A companion for Muffin. I don't think I want to replace Muffin.
Well, we can think about that later, can't we?
Yes, of course. You can take as much time as you need. Whatever you decide, we will help you to achieve. And now I really must love you and leave you. Other clients to see. That storm, it caused quite some damage, I can tell you. No, not that we can't handle it. No, of course not. Or everything, all that comes, of course we can. So, if everything is satisfactory with the service, perhaps you wouldn't just mind signing here just to say thank you so much, and I'll be on my way.
Good of you to pop round. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Well, it was good of her to take the time, wasn't it? I mean, it's these little things that make all the difference. I'm sorry about Muffin.
She was in her box.
I'm sure they did everything they could. And maybe a new one will take your mind off it.
It won't be Muffin, will it?
heavens, who could that be?
This is Jim Bolt from next door. Definitely don't go to FA.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Doris. Sorry to intrude.
Jim, how nice. Come on in. Sit yourself down. Tea?
Oh, that would be excellent. I could murder a cup of tea.
So, how's it going?
Well, not good, Bob, to tell the truth, not good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, you've managed to avoid most of it, haven't you?
Yes, well...
Amazing thing, that insurance policy of yours. Not that I begrudge it. Good for you.
Yes, well, stroke of luck, pure luck. I mean, who would have thought that Doris had a distant cousin with money to spare? Or a distant cousin, come to that.
You know, things don't seem so bad when we're all together and a nice cup of tea.
Things all right with you next door, are they?
Well, no. You see, the thing of it is, Bob, well, I'm in a bit of a bind, and normally I wouldn't bother you with it, but the thing is, well, in a nutshell, I've got to move out.
Oh, dear.
My house, I can't live there.
Oh, dear.
Well, the upstairs has dried out, but downstairs is still caked in mud, mostly sewage, really. And the electrics aren't safe, so...
Oh, dear.
Amazing job these chaps have done with your place. Must have been over it like a rash.
Yeah, well...
And so, here it is. You see, I'm in a real fix. I really don't know who to turn to. And we've been neighbours for quite a while now, and...
Oh, of course. You must stay with us, mustn't he, Bob?
Of course, no trouble.
Oh, I couldn't. That's not...
Of course you can. Can't he, Bob? It's no trouble at all. I mean, we've had the place done up nicely. And we've got plenty of room. Well, the boys aren't here much these days, so there is lots of room.
Well, if you're sure...
Quite sure. Aren't we, Bob?
Quite sure, and no time like the present.
It's the least we can do.
That is settled then.
I can't thank you enough.
No need. And Bob will help you with your things, won't you, Bob?
Glad to. But let's just relax, finish our tea, and then we'll get to it, eh?
Do you think it's true what they're saying?
What's that then?
Well, that this is all because the weather's got weird, there's bad things happening, and the world's getting warmer or something. Do you think that's what it is?
Well, it's difficult to know what to think, isn't it? I mean, there've always been storms, haven't there?
Maybe.
It could be just one of those things. Just one of those things sent to try us, like it says in the Bible or somewhere. Just one of those things. Doesn't have to be, because everything's changing.
Well, as long as there are lucky people like you who can afford to avoid the most of it, then, and lend a helping hand to those of us who need some help.
It's what it's all about, isn't it? Just helping each other out.
Well, I really appreciate it, I really do.
Well, that was a great cuppa. Thank you, Doris. Now let's get your stuff, get you settled.
Can anyone hear buzzing?
I can't hear anything. Ah, yes I can.
Now I wonder what that could be.
So good of you to come into the office and see me like this. Oh, I know how busy you must be, and time is money, as they say. Oh, and in this heat, too.
Not a bother.
But do. Needs must. These are busy times, and it's the weekend. Well, the demand on our services. And I have to say, we didn't expect the...
wanted to discuss with you. As I said, times are hard, and the big jump in petrol prices, well, caught us a bit by surprise, if truth be known. No one saw that one coming. Well, anyway, these things happen. But it's put a bit of a strain on our resources. And of course our top priority is always our clients, because we know what very special people you are and you deserve nothing but the very best. So, in order to maintain our quality service, we have been forced, much against our will, I do assure you, to make a very small adjustment. A very small adjustment to the premiums.
Adjustment.
Well, yes, increase, let's be honest here. But very small, tiny. Pence, really, when you think about it.
I see.
And one or two tiny adjustments to the service. Again, tiny, quite insignificant, with no impact on the overall quality of service. We are confident.
For instance?
We've grounded the helicopters. Alternative and very effective and comfortable transport will be provided when necessary.
Well, I suppose they were a bit uncomfortable, weren't they?
Oh.
Very exciting, though, weren't they? I mean, let's hope they won't be necessary, Ms.
Nula.
Maybe there won't be another time.
Oh, quite so.
Are you going to ask about the floor buzzing?
Oh, maybe this isn't the time to ask.
Go on.
Well, here's the thing of it, Nula. I don't know if this is your territory or not, but we thought we'd ask. It sounds a bit daft, I know, but here's the thing. I know it sounds daft, but we've got this buzzing coming from somewhere in our house, and we were just wondering if...
Buzzing?
I know it sounds stupid, but we just can't seem to find out where it's coming from, and so we were just wondering...
Leave it with me. I'll send one of the team round and check it out for you. I'm sure it's nothing, but we like to be on the safe side. Things you hear these days.
That is very good of you.
Nothing is too much trouble for a favourite client. Well, thank you. My secretary will see you out. And Bob, all square on the new premiums, right?
Right, yes, of course.
Thank you. Janet! Sandra, I'm sorry. Get me the pest control people right away. Flies. I knew it. We were warned. Should have put it in the exclusion clauses. Seasonal drift. Everything out of step, and this heat. Result? A plague of flies. Well, apparently, if you trust these guys. Did I mention environmentalists and speciologists? No? Well, never mind. They're all bonkers. And now, we find our heroes in a nice, very nice hotel. Comfortable, but not luxurious. Well, after all, they are people of modest tastes. In the company of Dave and Carly and Luca, whose tastes, it has to be said, have tended to be more elevated.
Tits! So wow! Straight through the roof.
Oh, we could have been killed.
An electric storm, apparently.
No rain or nothing.
Just these great bolts of lightning straight through our roof.
We are lucky to be alive.
Yeah. Something to do with the heat, apparently. Unusual atmospheric conditions.
Oh my, poor you!
Oh, poor us is right. And we've just finished decorating.
Oh, you should have seen what she did in the bedrooms. All those little artistic touches. It's what she's best at, Carly.
My Doris is artistic too. She's a florist.
Oh, Doris the florist. Sweet.
No sooner are we finished than wham!
all gone in a flash. A terrible mess everywhere.
It was lucky we were in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. And the noise. I thought a plane in it or something. No!
Oh, and seeing all Dave's hard-earned money go up in flames like that.
Oh, what does he do? What do you do, Dave?
Media. He's big in the media.
Media?
Well, it must have been dreadful for you, but FA are on the case, right?
Chapping well hope so. Paying them enough. The premiums these days. Daylight robbery.
What made you go with them?
Seemed like the best deal around. All the other insurance policies were getting expensive as well, but they just seemed like one long exclusion clause. FA seemed to cover everything. No quibbling.
And we like the fact that they made you feel a bit special, didn't we, Dave? I mean, if something really bad happens, well, it's really stressful. And if you can take that stress out of the situation, well, that's got to be a good thing, right? And it's not like we can't afford it.
Oh, and not having to rely on the rescue services.
Then they've got more chance to help other people. And well, that's got to be a good thing too, right?
Right.
That's what they promised anyway.
Oh, with us, it's flies.
Pardon?
Really weird.
Horrible.
They were everywhere, like a great big moving black carpet. They were all up the walls and everywhere.
Something to do with the heat, apparently.
Flies, you're talking about flies all over the house?
Yes. Millions of
Oh,
them.
that's disgusting.
Not just the heat, apparently. They sent this bloke round and he explained it all a bit.
Sort of.
A shortage of things that eat flies, then the spring was late, and then it got hot. Something like that.
Nature is out of step.
That's what he said. He said that.
It's not just us, apparently.
Glad nothing like that's happened round our way.
Oh, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you get stuck in with some insecticide, a wire brush and a hoover, soon done, job done.
Gives me the shivers just thinking about it.
Lightning bolt through the roof though, now that is something else.
Oh, yeah.
Jim's got it bad too.
He's our neighbour. He's staying with us at the moment. His place is still a bit of a mess from the last lot. We're just giving him a helping hand.
And now this. Well, we wanted to bring him with us. I don't like to think of him on his own facing all that mess.
But of course he's not on the policy. So what could we do? Given you a nice room, have they? Upstairs, ours is nice.
Oh, well, it's not quite what we were led to expect, but it'll do.
Yeah, it's all right.
And it's nice to have some company. Like the last time, people in the same boat. Though flies is different from lightning, but you know what I mean.
It's all lovely, but why don't they hurry up with those repairs?
Yeah.
Is this your first time? You should have seen the place they sent us to when we got flooded out. That was something else, wasn't it, Doris?
Better than this then?
I'll say. What? A lovely big lounge, views for miles. Our room was enormous. We had this smart TV as big as our fridge. You could get nut flux on it. And there was drapes around everything.
And a bath that makes bubbles.
Bubbles.
Can you imagine it? Although I wasn't being
That sounds more like it. I think I'll be having a word with the FA people. Not even a minibar. Never mind a spa bath.
Well, times are hard all round, aren't they? We've all got to tighten our belts, haven't we?
Ha! Except FA are keen on loosening ours, aren't they?
Oh, come on, round!
Selfie! Switch off and back to Bob and Doris's chop chop. And you can once more see the magical transformation as I turn myself yet again into the irresistible Mueller brand. Hello, my name's Mueller Brand from Future Assured.
I'm Jim from next door.
Well, hello, Jim. Mr. and Mrs. Mann not in?
Well, not at the moment, no, as you're probably aware.
No, evidently.
Well, I'm house sitting whilst they're away.
That's my job.
Really?
Future assured, we take care of our clients' interests.
I'm sure you do. They've told me all about it. Marvellous. The work you've done on this place so far, excellent.
The thing is, Mr.
Bod. James Bod. But you can call me Jim. Mind you, it was a right old state before, wasn't it? I should know, just like my house next door. It was disgusting, but look at all of this. Marvellous.
The thing is, Mr.
Jim, please. Mind you, my place is still in a bit of a state, you know. I've tried to do my best with it, but that's why I'm so very grateful to Bob and Doris for letting me stay here.
That's just it, Jim. They can't.
What do you mean, can't?
Let you stay here.
It's their house.
Yes. But under their contract with us, the terms and conditions are clearly laid out. Any benefits of the policy are strictly for the named policyholder's sole and exclusive benefit.
I don't see how.
The recent event involving the insectoidal incursion was deemed sufficient to activate the policy, giving full protection and benefit to Mr. and Mrs. Mann exclusively, and not to freeloaders.
I beg your pardon?
Under the terms of the policy, your residency here constitutes a tenancy, and all tenancies, sublets and the like are specifically excluded for the duration of the emergency. Any continuation risks invalidating the policy. Now, I'm sure you wouldn't want to risk invalidating their policy now, would you?
Of course not.
I'm sure you recognise its importance to them.
Of course.
And as they have paid for it, they are entitled to its exclusive benefits, which you are not.
Well, no.
Do you have a key?
Yes, they gave me one. Do you?
Of course, as the agent of FA and charged with protecting them.
And ID?
Yes, quite right. Perfectly correct, I should have thought. There, ID. And a copy of the policy. Oh, well, at least I thought I had a copy of the policy and must have forgotten. Here you are. There's a number. You can call head office and get the details from them.
I get the idea. I'll just go and get my things.
Excellent. I knew we would reach an amicable agreement. We at FA pride ourselves on our good customer service. Oh, perhaps you wouldn't mind handing over the keys. Now you pop along and gather your things and I'll get on with my job and give this place the once over. Spick and span, that's what we like. That's it. Job done. And now. Onwards and upwards.
That was good. Oh, yeah. Hey, another one, Yeah.
Have you got kids at all?
Oh, yeah, a boy and a girl. You?
And two boys.
They're abroad, New Zealand.
Canada.
Went for the work, doing really well.
Our two are amazing, aren't they, Dave?
Oh, both be millionaires by the time they're 30, I reckon. Sharp as knives, the pair of them.
They take after their dad.
Oh, they just seem to have a knack. Spot an opportunity a mile off. And before you know it, the tills are ringing bit to bust. Incredible!
They should
Oh, and they will be. Mark my words. It's just what this country needs. Young people, like them, plenty of get up and go, not sitting around waiting for handouts. Take no prisoners. That's what we need.
Right.
I mean, people go on about how technology and machines and stuff are ruining the planet, but they just don't get it. I mean, look, there's nothing this stuff can't do. Nothing these kids can't come up with. I mean, look, I've got an app for just about everything. Go on, think of something, and I bet you there's an app for it.
Getting rid of flies.
What? I mean, all you need is clever ideas and smart technology together, and bingo, problem solved.
The magic bullet.
What?
Shit! Never did get the hang of these things, don't normally bother with them.
The bastards!
Boys insisted.
And Nuala said we should always have it on during an event. Oh, there we are.
Would you credit it?
Are they mad? I'm not doing that.
Just says from the FA team. I wonder where Nuala is. She's usually so attentive.
But I don't mind sharing a taxi to get home.
Well, fine, but it's not what we paid for.
Yeah, it's not in the contract.
You should sue.
Right, I'll sue as soon as we get home.
Does it say anything about your damage in your message? This just says everything now fine.
Oh, they're all the same, just copy to everyone on the list.
Well, I really don't fancy being squashed in an Uber all that way. And there's all our luggage.
Oh yeah. But it is good, isn't it, that everything is now fixed like they said it would be.
Ha! If it's fixed, I have to hand it to you, Doris. Living with Mr. Sunshine here must be quite the challenge. Oh, here it is. Sorry, Harry. Got no choice. Sorry.
Taxi for man! Ever in now! Sorry, mate, old people.
Hurry up! Call that fixed?
Unhappy campers, it would seem. Seems the magic bullet seems to have missed me. And now, back to Nuala's office. Another transformation. Well, I think you're getting the picture by now.
Yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming. Yes, Sandra. Janet, or whoever you are. I told you I'm not in, not to them anyway. Hello, future assured. How may I be of service? Oh, yes. Yes, I quite understand. Well, we offer the highest yes, of course, Mr. Jones. I quite understand. I'll send our best people around and... Of course, it goes without saying, right away. And let me assure you... Well, blow you then. What? All right then. Hello, accounts. What can I do for... Well, why do you think I authorised it? No, because I judged it to be necessary. Yes, I know that petrol prices have gone up again. Thank you for pointing that one out to me. And it's my fault how? Well, that's what you seem to be suggesting. I'm perfectly calm, thank you. Well, you could hardly just expect me to leave them there, could you? Very funny. Just pay it, will you?
do apologise. Momentary lapse. Won't happen again, sir. Oh, sorry, boss. No, well, you see, it's the, no, I'm not making excuses. Well, that would be tricky, sir. I see what I can do. No! You can trust me. Have faith in me. You can rely on... Oh, hell on earth. Give me a break. Hello, future assured. How can I... Dick! Finally. Where are you? I need that limousine straight away. What? Yes, I heard it on the news earlier. Did you get to the petrol station or not? What? Shit! That's an expensive car. You can't just leave it on the side of the road. Well, where's the next nearest? Oh, don't do this to me. All right, keep your shirt on. I know you didn't cause the shortages, but then neither did I. What? Look, just get that car back here now, will you? Oh, shit! Bugger! Shit! Yes, I'm having a really bad day. A really, really bad day. And I think it's about to get worse. Hello, future assured. Oh, yes, hello, sir. Yes. Right. I get that, sir. Yes, of course, it was a great company. Certainly was. And I've enjoyed working with you, too. Yep. Much worse. Work the next scene out for yourselves.
Are you warm enough? Shall I fetch you another woolly? It's getting nippy.
I'm fine, thank you. They're saying it's going to snow. And blow me, they're right. Come and take a look at this.
Oh my! And it's really settling.
That could cause a few problems. Glad we're all tucked up in the warm. Funny how quiet it goes when it snows. Huh? Beginning to look a bit serious. Come and take a look.
Oh. Shouldn't we clear the front door before it gets any worse?
Good thinking. I'll see what I can do. Ah! The shovel is in the shed. Maybe we should call Nuala.
Won't she mind? We always seem to be calling her. She will think we're a nuisance.
It's what we're paying her for.
I suppose so.
Ah. 2. Three. Yes, Bob Mann here. I'm just... What? My policy number. I don't have the policy number. I don't think... hang on. Here we are, yeah. What? Could you... no, I'm not quite understanding what... Yes. Here it is.
Z,
Z,
L,
L,
2,
2,
4,
4,
9,
9,
6,
6,
2,
2,
7,
7,
P.
B.
P.
P! Z, L, 2, 4, 9, 6, 2, 7, P. P. For Peter. What could you... oh, right. All right. Yes. No. Yes. No, thank you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That didn't sound like Mueller.
Wasn't.
Oh. What did they say?
Not quite sure. Bit difficult to understand. The gist of it was that they know we're in difficulties and someone will be with us shortly.
Oh. I wonder what shortly means.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. It's not as if we're going anywhere.
Mr. and Mrs. Man, number 2. Anyone there?
Yes, we're here.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, we're fine. It's just we don't seem to be able to get out. Are you from the FA people?
Not directly, but yes.
Would you look at that, Doris? They came just like they said they would. And look, they've got a tractor.
Amazing.
So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to try and dig our way to your front door. It takes too long. And time's money, as they say. So what we're going to do... do you think you could get through that gap in the window?
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Might be a bit tight.
Well, do the best you can. There's a route open from about here. So you just pop on over and away we go.
Right, okay, Doris, there we go. That's it, lovely. Oh, you know, that's good. Oh, well done. Oh, I'm on the way, there we are. I'm there.
Oh, he's
Yes.
done it.
Anyway, we're now being transported to a very small, nice-ish B&B of the old-fashioned sort, where our heroes are about to encounter their old friends, Pam and Norm Daly.
As strangers settling themselves on the sofa, oh well, strangers, possibly refugees, displaced persons.
Maybe they're from Tuvalu, a tiny low-lying island in the South Pacific, apparently. Rising sea levels are poisoning the water supply and the crops. They want to immigrate to Australia, where it's safer, but Australia doesn't want them.
I've never heard of Tuvalu.
Me neither. Never mind, it's far away.
And where are you from, dear?
Oh, Italy.
Italy? Our beloved holiday destination where the sun always shines and happy waiters sing opera all day. Sure there's no refugees from there?
Drought. Again, rivers full of salt. My farm is ruined. UK very welcoming, no?
Guests can use the lounge until 6 o'clock. Breakfast is 8 to 9. Check out by 10. Here's your key. Room 4, first floor.
Oh, right, thank you.
Look who it is!
Oh, Bob and Doris, look, Pam, it's Bob and Doris.
Oh, so it is. What a lovely surprise.
Oh, wonderful. Pam and Norm.
Norm, you old rascal. What brings you here?
Well, it's a bit of a drama, really, but here, have you met her out there?
Oh, I think she's all right, really.
Barks worse than her bite.
Oh, so you've been here before then?
Oh, we've been here for a couple of days. Oh, it's good to see you, Pam. It's been ages.
Oh, after all this time.
I bet the girls will have a bit of catching up to do.
So what's the story?
Well, bit of a disaster, as a matter of fact.
Oh, awful, awful.
Well, it's all this ice. Yeah, a pipe froze, and something snapped, electrical fault, and whoosh, half the house goes up in flames.
Burnt down.
Well, it's still standing, but the inside is a wreck.
Oh, all the smoke, all the water. We couldn't stay there. Everything's ruined.
Oh, Pam.
Now, don't you fret, love. We'll get it sorted.
I don't see how. We haven't got any insurance.
Oh, that is bad. You're not with Future Assured then.
Well, what's that when it's at home?
Well, that's our insurance. They book places for clients, and I just thought.
Oh, well, it expired,
Ah.
didn't it? Our insurance.
Just a month ago.
Norm was supposed to renew it,
It's
but he forgot.
Oh, I just forgot. I'm sorry, love.
Oh, Pam. Oh, you.
Oh, no, look, don't cry. Oh, come on, love, I'll sort it out, I promise.
It was touch and go, trying to find a place. Everywhere's full, or the power's down.
Well, let's look on the bright side for now. Look, here we are, running into our old friends Bob and Doris. Now, that wouldn't have happened otherwise, would it, eh?
No, it is lovely to see you both again.
Ah, there you are, you see. It's a bonus. Now, what was this assured thing you were talking about? You two aren't on holiday, surely, in the middle of this lot?
We were snowed in.
It was on the news. People cut off and all sorts.
Well, that was us.
We had to be rescued.
But the FA people, that's this insurance thing we've got. It's a really good deal. They look after the place. They guard it if necessary. They find you somewhere nice to stay. This time, maybe. Then they lay on transport and put everything to rights.
Oh, sounds incredible.
Oh, it is, believe me.
It sounds expensive.
Oh, expensive. Yes, it is too true. But well, we had a stroke of luck. You see, well, quite a lot of luck, really. And I thought my Doris deserved the best for once, so we went with it. Definitely 5-star, but she is worth it. Seemed the best solution. If you can buy your way out of trouble, it would be foolish not to. Well, that's enough of that anyway. And here we all are. And how have you two been? It's been ages.
Oh, well, fine, really. Nothing to complain about, apart from all this lot.
And how's Ben?
Oh, he's doing really well. He's up north, lovely wife.
Actually, we thought of staying up there, but what with the new baby and all, and it's quite a distance.
Grandparents! Oh!
Oh, we didn't think it would be fair. And anyway, how would we get there?
Yeah. Well, a stroke of luck, really, finding this place. Anyway, what about you two? You're a long way from home, aren't you? If you still live in the same place.
We do, but I expect that the FA people had the same trouble finding somewhere.
I thought they booked everything in advance.
What about your two? How are they doing?
Emigrated.
Oh, for the work, we hardly see them.
Great jobs, both doing really well.
Grandkids?
Lovely grandchildren. One on the way, apparently. Maybe we'll get to see more of them.
So you're still in the same place.
Same place, same house, everything just the same. Oh, we did just put a bit of an extension on the kitchen. Oh, Doris does like her kitchen.
Oh, it's great, your place, it really is. I remember those sea views. Having the sea right by your front door.
Getting a bit close for comfort these days.
Do you think it's true what they're saying? That the weather's all changing and it's all our fault?
Well, our fault? How? I mean, what are we supposed to have done?
difficult to know what to think, isn't it? I mean, you hear so many different stories.
I mean, it's difficult to credit global warming with the winters we've just had. Everything freezing cold all the time.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of warmth. Proper summers, wouldn't that be something?
Didn't they used to have really cold winters all the time, you know, in the bleak midwinter and all that?
In the bleak midwinter, frosty winds made moan. Earth's the Lord as iron, water like a stone. Snow and
Skating on the Thames, ox roasts.
snow.
Just like the old Christmas cards.
Yule logs and blazing fires.
You knew where you were in the old days.
And now it's all changed. Nothing will be the same again.
We could have stopped it. Do you think we could have stopped it if we thought about it?
Who knows?
Oh, we didn't think about it, did we? We just thought that the likes of Nula would sort it for us. Stupid, really.
She meant well, doing her best. We can all be clever with hindsight.
Stupid? As if it's all just about money. Oh, well, no point crying over spilt milk. It's done now. So what we need to do is make the best of it. I know. Why don't you two come back and stay with us?
What?
Stay with us? For a while. Until you get your bearings.
Oh, no, we couldn't.
Oh, I don't see why not.
There's Jim.
Who's Jim?
He's our neighbour. He's staying with us.
Oh, well, there you go. Then we could.
We've got 2 spare rooms. So, plenty of room.
She's got a point, you know. An FA will have it all spick and span by now. I expect we'll be getting the all clear any minute. It's the least we can do.
Oh, we'd love it if you came, you know, just for a while you know.
What do you think, Pam? I mean, it's a really nice offer.
It is. I don't know. I suppose it would be nice to have a bit of company, catch up on old times.
Well, there we are. That's settled then. As soon as we get the all clear. Do you think the FA people will mind?
Not if they don't find out.
Letter for Mr. Man.
Friendly, did you say?
Oh, well. What is it, Bob? Oh,
Well, if that doesn't take the biscuit.
what is it, Bob?
It's from Future Assured. Listen to this. Dear client. You see, it's not even addressed to us. We are sorry to inform you that due to circumstances beyond our control, we are no longer able to offer you in full the high standard of service you have come to expect from Future Assured. In fact, as of today, our company has ceased trading. As a gesture of goodwill towards an erstwhile valued customer, we have checked and restored your property as far as is feasible, and we are sending you the wherewithal to facilitate your return journey. Yours, blah. Well.
Well, what does that mean?
Management speak for the company's gone tits up,
Tits up?
and here are a couple of vouchers in compensation.
Oh, vouchers for what?
The bus.
Oh, no.
If that doesn't put the lid on it.
Oh, poor you.
And, well, that sort of changes things a bit,
No,
doesn't it? I mean,
no, you can still come and stay. And, we can sub you if you know if things are a bit.
we've got our car here. Oh. Yeah, so we could give you a lift.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
No, we couldn't.
No arguing, Doris. You're going to do a favour for us, so we'll do a favour for you, as long as we can get some petrol. And if the roads aren't blocked.
Oh, well, that is very kind. Last time we saw our car, it was hump in the snow.
Hump in the snow.
Oh, and you must stay for as long as you want. Now we haven't got FA snooping.
So that is settled then? And no time like the present.
Lovely Mr. and Mrs. Thing. Lovely to see you. Oh, well, I'm not quite, as you see, speak and span. Well, quality service. Well, ex-service now, if you get my drift. Well, drift, that's the thing. Mustn't grumble. Keys, returning keys. I've got them somewhere. Executive decision and higher standards. Oh, here they are. Keys, all yours now. Valued clients. Well, that's now, if you get my meaning. Well, mustn't grumble. No, actually, completely buggered. Completely buggered. I'm brand new no longer. Ex-new. Complete exification. Executive. Oh, you, Miss Newler. You must come in. Out of the cold. The cold into the frying pan. Tits up now. You can't buy your way out of this one. Magic bullet well and truly disappeared up as what you call it. I haven't seen these two before. Who are they? Oh, they're our friends at Norman Pam.
They're staying with us. Oh.
Oh, Norman Pam, don't mind me, Dob and Boris is all gone now. Nobody's business, none of my business, no business. Well, in fact, it's not quite as big, or even as bad as one would wish.
Hello.
I let them in.
Hello.
Oh, well, I'm sure they're most welcome if they're in a spot of bother.
Well, some of us have travelled from across Europe and we're all homeless.
You're very welcome, I'm sure. Anyone know where Jim is? Oh, Jim! Oh, you can't be staying in that wreck next door. You need to come back in and stay with us. And you, Nula. Oh, all of you. We'll just shove up a bit and we can make room for everyone. Yes. I can get this fixed up in no time. Oh, this is cosy, isn't it? Shall we have a nice cup of tea?
Yes.
Oh,
Dynamo.
What's a dynamo?
Oh, it's a theatre company.
There's a bicycle in the shed.
Oh, it's my old one. It's still there.
Oh, but we'd need, I don't know, something to connect to the thingy, yes!
Tools.
There are tools in the shed, I'm sure.
Oh, what about lights?
And there are bulbs in the shed.
Let's do this thing.
He's got everything in that shed.
Oh, ow, that's my foot.
He spends days in that shed.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry, Nuala, they'll sort it. Here we go. Here we go. We're doomed. It's hopeless. We're doomed. Nonsense, Nuala. All we need to do is put a bit more effort in it. Come on. See? All we needed to do was work together. What do you say now then, Nuala? I'd say that calls for a nice cup of tea.